So here is problem number 5 from section 5.1 in our calculus book. It asks us first to sketch the region having to do with that function being between that function and the x-axis. Let me do that for you quickly. I want to know, without using my calculator, when does this parabola cross the x-axis? How about I factor out an x and I'm left with x times 2x minus, or 2 minus x. If I set that equal to 0, I'm going to see that there's a 0 when x is 0, and there's also a 0 at 2. So let's put a 0 at 0. Let me call that 2. And second thing I might look at is that parabola, because there's a negative on the x squared term, that parabola goes downward. So something like that. Now they'd like us to find the area of this region between the x-axis and the parabola using 4 subintervals and using LRAM. So let's break this into 4 regions, and this is going to be 1, this is going to be at 0.5, this is going to be at 0.75. And if we're going to be using LRAM, 1.5.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. So 1.5. And for each of those regions, I'm going to use the extreme left-hand side in order to determine the height of the rectangle. So the first rectangle is going to be there. The second rectangle is going to be like that. The third rectangle like that. And then the fourth rectangle like that. So LRAM with 4 equal pieces. The first rectangle has a width of 0.5 and a height of 0. The second rectangle is got a width of 0.5, and I've got to find out what is the height. What is the height of that function at 0.5? Y when x is 0.5 is 2 times 0.5 minus 0.5 squared. 2 times 0.5 is 1. 0.5 squared is 0.25. So it looks like it's going to be a height of 0.75. The third rectangle is 0.5 wide, and it looks to be about 1 tall, but let me just double check that. Y when x is 1 is 2 times 1 minus 1 squared. 2 minus 1 is indeed 1. And then the last rectangle, yeah, I can, by this, because of the symmetry of the parabola, yeah, I would guess that the value is going to be 0.75. You can double check that, but it is.
0.5 times.
Oh, 0.5. I would say that I made that mistake on purpose, but that would be lying.
Is that number 18 then?
Yeah, from like this week, today. So here we go. Let's add those up. 0 plus 0.375 plus 0.5 plus 0.375. That's going to give us 75 cents plus 50 cents, $1.25. Yes. Okay, how am I finding the heights? For each interval, I choose which end of that interval I'm pulling from. So let's take the second interval as an example. It's going from 0.5 to 1. Since it's an LRAM, I'm going to choose the x value on the far left-hand side of that interval, which is 0.5, and then I'm going to take that 0.5 and put it into our original equation and find out that this coordinate right there is 0.5 comma 0.75. That 0.75 provides the height for that rectangle.
Okay, thank you.
Are we good there?
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions about number 5?
Take notes.
Okay.